Hello, and welcome to this special Women's History Month interview on HOMTV. I'm Isabella Martin. For Women's History Month, we are interviewing different female leaders who had different departments in Meridian Township. Today, I will be interviewing Amber Clark, who serves as the Neighborhood and Economic Development Director of Meridian Township. Hi, Amber. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
We're so happy to have you. Now, first, I'd like to have you explain what you do for Meridian Township and what your job entails.
So my title is Neighborhoods and Economic Development Director for Meridian Township. And that encompasses basically focusing on our residential and business communities to, in a sense, bring an income or keep our financial community healthy. So that's helping our businesses grow, it's attracting businesses, and retaining them.
What does it mean to be a female leader in this position, especially in Meridian Township?
There are not very many female leaders in government. I previously participated in Michigan Municipal League's female women's leadership program called 1650. And it's called 1650 because only 16% of women are leaders in municipal government in Michigan. When you know that we make up roughly half the population, that's kind of telling as far as an industry. There's lots, probably reasons why women don't necessarily think or navigate to leadership positions in government. But it was something that once I learned of the large disparity between how many women are actively pursuing those positions, yeah, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time that I pursue that. And it also came out through opportunity. Someone suggested I might be good at it and I should check it out. So I thought, okay, it's not gonna hurt anything. And here we are.
Well, congratulations for being, the small percentage of women that are in that. What is your favorite part of your job?
I like people. So I have since graduating college, as I went to MSU, I have wanted to engage with people. And you can find, we're all human. So varying degrees of personalities and having, good days and bad days. But all in all, I think that people really like to be a part. They want to feel like they're included. They want to feel like they have a purpose. And when you can empower people and collaborate people to ignite that purpose, it's just great. We're capable of building buildings and doing great things and coming together. So that's my love. And so I guess I kind of turned it into a strength as far as developing relationships to, make projects come together and pull all the pieces together.
That's great. Now, if you could give your younger self some advice, what would it be?
A very good question. Younger self. Only one thing? Probably just keep going. Keep going. There are lots of times when you're finding yourself, developing yourself, that you're questioning, is this the right thing to do? And when you become an adult, I feel like there's this moment of after actually turning, 18 and doing these things on your own where you're like, I didn't know this is what what everybody was talking about it. Pursuing your own path, finding yourself and not apologizing for it and not regretting that that's who you are. Because we all have wonderful things to contribute to society because we are all different.
I agree. That's all some really important, crucial advice that even I know I need to follow as well. Can you talk about some female-owned businesses in the community and if the township wants to highlight those?
Well, I think for this month, for Women's History, and of course, we have great women business owners and leaders. as a group, I can say that many of them that I have met have either served or are serving, continue to serve on associations, committees, and boards through the township. They're members of business associations, chambers. They are not quiet, they're not like hidden people. These are very active women. And so many of them have established their businesses and been here for quite a while. And so I think that this month we're focusing on some of our government leadership, like we talked about. It's such a glossed over industry necessarily, I think, for women, that the township is focusing on the steps that we've done in all of the history that our women leaders have been able to contribute to. Like, some of our department heads have been here for quite a long time and holding, doing great work and great advancements.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what I like the most about women business owners that I've met, at least in Meridian Township. They are not, they know exactly who they are. They represent industries all over the world, or all over the spectrum of finance and insurance and retail and education and health and wellness. And it's really wonderful to see that, because then you know that this has already been here. So, this isn't like a moment where Meridian Township has to scramble to try to find these things. We've always been a good partner and proponent in supporting our women-owned businesses.
Mm-hmm.
One of which, in the DDA, actually is one of the oldest established businesses in the township. I think the Okemos Barbershop is 95 years old, and as a woman-owned owner at this time.
Wow. Well, that's good to hear that we have a lot of really great, women-owned businesses in Meridian Township. Is there anything else that you'd like to say in regards to being a female leader?
So, in a recent interview, I think for this position, I was asked about leadership. And it was in respect to my previous position had city manager in the title. I think at the time the consideration was that, taking city manager out meant that I wasn't so much of a leader. Like, that did I feel that way, that the title changed? And I think sometimes we can get really caught up in things like that. Like, it says such and such in my title, so this means authority. But I personally believe that leadership, it's not a reflection of title. It's just a reflection of yourself. So, I think we believe that you need to be president, CEO, something like that, to feel like we're a leader, to feel like we're this fabulous person. But in truth, that all of our leadership styles and how we lead is kind of related to very closely to our personality. And you do. We all lead, and we all go in a direction, and we all follow. So I think what I would hope to leave people with is that leadership is not necessarily a reflection of a title, but just completely a reflection of yourself.
That's a very interesting perspective to look at when you think about leaderships and titles. Well, thank you so much, Amber, for joining us today. Make sure to stay tuned throughout the rest of March as we feature more female department leaders from Meridian Township. I'm Isabella Martin. Thanks for watching.